I'm going to make this is a topping that you would put over broiled meats, sauteed meats, fish, chicken, just about anything. You know, when you eat in a restaurant and they give you a nice sauce that goes over whatever it is, that sauce is not simple to make in the house. So you wind up eating your steak, your chicken, or whatever it is, just plain. Okay, that's fine. But here's an option. These items here will be sauteed together and placed on top of whatever piece of chicken, beef, pork, veal, whatever it is, and give you moisture, flavor, and that's what the purpose of this is. It's not a sauce. It's a topping, much easier to make than a sauce. So let me just get started. Into the pan, I'm putting butter. You don't have to, but it's not going to burn, and I'm looking for a little flavor. And olive oil. That's about 2 tablespoons of butter and about the same amount of olive oil. Going to raise the flame, and I'm going to add the items now because I don't want the butter to burn. And then you get a good look at everything I diced up first. The amounts are on the description. Everything is a dice, but not that small of a dice. And this is going to cook fairly quickly. A lot of moisture is going to be in there. And the tomatoes, when they break down a little, they're going to give a nice, they're going to bind everything together. Because if you just use the shallots and the mushroom, it'll be loose. And you want something moist to go with whatever you're going to be cooking, especially if you overcook it. And that happens, so this is kind of a safety net for something that gets a little overcooked. You won't mind it as much. So we'll just put this in there without making a mess. And I usually make a mess. Very good, I got everything in there. And all of the seasoning, as you noticed, was on top of that also. So now there's nothing to do but just cook it. Okay, I ran into the bathroom and put my chopping board in the tub because we still don't have our sink ready yet. Anyway, to finish this off, like when it's time to use it, you can put some chopped parsley on it, some chives, some scallions for the green color, whatever you like. And this will go on top of anything that you've cooked. And this is going to be done rather quickly, very high flame, and nothing's going to burn in there because, as usual, the tomatoes and the mushrooms give off water. What else can you do with this? Oh, let's say you have scrambled egg. Put a little of this on there, or you made an omelet, a plain omelet. You can throw this into the omelet mix, or put it right over. You made some crepes, and you don't know how, or you're not in the mood to make a sauce for the crepe to go over it. Put this over it. And this could be seasoned many different ways. I just chose oregano and thyme because I was in the mood. If you want to put just thyme or just oregano or just basil, or rosemary, but rosemary is a little bit strong. Works well with lamb, maybe on potatoes a little bit too. But oregano, thyme works with a lot of items. I'm picking up a little aroma now of the dry herbs that I put in there. You can use fresh, you can use dry. Just make sure whatever dry herbs you're using aren't a year old sitting in your cabinet, because they lose their flavor. If you notice, we're starting to get a little breakdown of the tomato, and it's starting to be a little sticky. That's what we want. So after you have cooked your half-broiled chicken, or sauteed your chicken breasts, or cooked those pork chops, this is just one alternative that you have to put over them. You want to make rice, and it's plain. Top the rice off with this mix. It wouldn't go well with a dessert dish. It smells good. I like the way it looks. If you notice, the pieces that are diced, not too small, so you still get to see them. This is only going to take a couple of more minutes. I'm wasting the film because this is the whole recipe. That's it. And you can see it from beginning to end without any commercial interruption. This is a high flame, notice, and the handle got hot too. And nothing is sticking, which is always a plus, because I hate scrubbing things. But you got to do what you got to do. I can see just about another 2 minutes, but notice how everything's breaking down. It's becoming nice and moist. So now, how much is this good for? Well, when we get done, it looks like 1 or 2 spoons of this would go over an item. And if you have leftover from this recipe, or you want to cut the recipe in half, that's fine. It can stay in the refrigerator for 3, 4, 5 days and still be good. Or you could just freeze this. Take it out of the freezer when you want. Bring it back to life by sauteing it like this gently. Because when you freeze something like this, it kind of breaks down, and you get a lot of ice crystals, or it separates a little. But when you bring it back like this, it comes together again. See what I mean by nice and moist and stuck together? That's my terminology. You can ask a professor for a better one, but you can also throw this into let's say you open a couple of cans of some kind of soup that's clear, or noodle. If that's what you do, you can put a little bit of this on top. Whoever it is on the phone better not leave me a message. Could that message have come in a better time? Well, that took about 30 seconds. Anyway, that's it, we're done. All finished. Now, I won't be using this tonight, so I can't show you what I'm going to put it on, but as you can see, it's nice and moist, and it's a topping for something, some kind of meat or fish, or even seafood that you've cooked. Let's say you want to throw some scallops in there right now and shrimps. Turn the flame back on, cook it for a few minutes, and you're done. Play with it. Enjoy.